What's up, Capricorn? Happy birthday and happy 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed your vacation, your holiday season, your family, your friends, your alone time, whatever. I hope you guys have been enjoying yourselves. I want to say happy birthday to all of you Capricorns. I hope that you have an amazing season. I will say this is going to be a very transformative time right now. There's a lot of heavy energy going on right now, as you guys may already know, as you guys may already be experiencing. I've already pulled the cards and I really didn't expect things to come out like this, but I'm also not surprised. You have one major arcana, which is the Judgment card, which is pretty major, right? I think this is a really important time for you guys, so I'm really excited to do this reading. I just want to jump right in. But before I do want to say thank you to all of you guys for coming, for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, all the things. If you're new, what's up? My name is Danny. If you are returning, what's up, what's up, what's up? And let's just get into this because I feel like I'm going to lose all these messages. Capricorn. Okay, so let's start here. Let's start here. I decided to bring back the Empowering Questions cards that I had a few months back because those are really good. So these are just, what is the question, what is the thing that each sign needs to be asking themselves heavily this month in order to come to resolve, in order to whatever, like what is the question that we need to be focusing on, that like the root to get to the fruit, you know what I mean? And you guys got, what is the most courageous thing I've done? How did it make me feel? Now, super important because I will say it looks to me and it feels to me like in your life right now, if we're being honest, everything is good. Like on the surface, everything looks good. But there is hesitation in terms of what it is that you guys really want. And that could be for all different types of reasons. Now, you guys got the vulture as your spirit animal, right? And the vulture is, it's the purifier, right? It is an animal that is essential for our ecosystem to move on and to thrive. This is a lot of times a very disrespected and misunderstood animal, right? Everyone's like, ugh, this ugly ass hunchback bird, that eats dead things, but it's really the purifier, right? It's really the rebalancer. And whenever we get the vulture card, it is letting us know that there's a situation in our life at this very, very moment that needs rebalancing, needs purifying. It's a clarifier. It reveals wisdom. And whenever we aren't in balance and this card comes up, we can find ourselves being a little bit more aggressive, being a little bit more dramatic, right? Because there's something that's heavy on you guys right now. Yes, I feel like there are many of you guys who feel like you do all the things, you're doing everything for everybody, and you're feeling totally misunderstood and not appreciated for all that you do. This is a time that I think you guys are going to be looking at different aspects of your life, whether it be your friendships, your romantic relationships, your job security, your jobs, whatever, where you're really looking at things and analyzing things and really actively trying to rebalance, right? And again, going back to that question is, what is the most courageous thing I've ever done? How did that make me feel? And I think you guys are very courageous in the sense of like, you guys will do the things that need to be done. If it's like, let's say if it's tasks or like, oh no, this is like traditional things or like, no, that's not coming out right. How do I want to say this? I feel like when it comes to you and your own personal matters, it's harder for you guys to take the control and make the hard decisions, right? But if it's a thing, if it's like your position or your duty or your title, I think it's a little bit easier. But I don't know. I just feel like that's something that's coming up with you guys, and we'll get into it. And again, take this as it resonates. It's not going to resonate with all of you guys. Definitely check out your moon, your rising, and your Venus if it doesn't. But yeah. Now, what I love about this is at the bottom of the deck, you guys have the Queen of Swords. This is that unseen energy that's working for you this month. Queen of Swords is the Queen of Wisdom, right? She wears a crown of butterflies because it's basically implying that she has already gone through her caterpillar state and she is now an evolved butterfly, right? It's very much a queen who, you know, she's so wise and she has so much wisdom because she's gone through the hurt, she's gone through the pain, she's gone through the joy, she's gone through all the things. Her wisdom and her knowledge comes through life experience, not necessarily like formal education, right? And then she's also very discerning. Like she's, you know, some people can say that she's got kind of like that bitch mentality, and it's just really because she's upfront and she takes care of herself, right? She's upfront and she says what doesn't work for her and what does work for her, right? She's not afraid to take that sword and cut people out of her life, cut situations out of her life. And generally speaking, I feel like Capricorns, you guys are not afraid of that either, but there's some hesitation that you guys are experiencing for whatever reasons. Again, with your intimate relationships or your friendships, it's feeling like that you are really kind of a little apprehensive about moving forward in the ways that you want to move forward. I don't know if it's because you feel bad, you feel like there's no reason, you feel like you're not worthy of it, whatever it is. But I feel like these are all things that you're going to be facing this month in January. And I know some of you guys are going to say, that sucks, like this is our birthday month and whatever. But yeah, it's a leveling up this month, right? And sometimes when we level up, we have to go through uncomfortable experiences in order to get to that next level, okay? So it just is what it is. So you guys are starting out with 3 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so 3 of Cups, that's in your past position. I like to see that. Again, I do feel like a lot of you guys may have had a really nice vacation or a really nice, you know, holiday season with friends, with family. There was lots to celebrate. There was lots of getting together. This is Mercury in Cancer energy, right? So there could be a Cancer in your life that's significant, but definitely this is a really good energy of coming together, of serendipity, of joy, and all that, right? And then what brings us to now, where the Queen of Pentacles and really kind of getting back down to the tasks, right? You guys are Saturn ruled. Saturn is all about the work, the task, the duty, right? The taskmaster. It's a lot of reason why a lot of people don't like your season because it's like all the play is gone, especially coming off of like Sagittarius season. It's like we go from playing and like shooting our shot and trying all these things and being adventurous to like, okay, get real now. Like, okay, buckle down now. Okay, handle this business now. So for a lot of people, this energy can feel a bit stifled. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, to me, she's really a woman who has it all, whether you're a man or woman, right? Because this woman is grounded. She's got her money connects. She's got her, you know, maybe she has her own business. She's likes to be, you know, she feels most comfortable in nature. Maybe a little green thumb, stuff like that. This is the woman who does it all to me. And this is Capricorn energy, which is why we've got that goat sitting at her throne, right? Now, I'm really zeroing in on this rabbit right there. And the rabbit in this card really represents fertility. I don't know if that is something you guys are wanting, but I'm almost feeling like there's talks of pregnancy, but I don't know that that's something that you guys want particularly. It almost feels like it's coming from other places. And I say that because, and I'm sorry, this reading, I'm going to jump around a bit because this is just how the messages are coming to me. Right underneath that Queen of Pentacles is the 4 of Cups. Now, this is in your hopes and fears. 4 of Cups is very much that, no thank you kind of attitude, right? 4 of Cups is that moon in Cancer energy. This is whenever we're being presented with all these opportunities. We've got the 3 cups here. We've got the 4th cup here. And not saying that the 4th cup isn't beautiful or isn't glorious or doesn't have something of value in it, but this person is not interested. And I'm almost looking at like the way it's looking to me is like this rabbit is about to kind of scurry across down into this card, right? So I don't know if that's like a thing that you guys are talking about with your friends, your family, your partner, but it almost seems like there's The interest for you isn't there. And I'm almost looking at like the Queen of Pentacles face in this card, and the way she's looking at this pentacle, it's almost as if something is missing. So again, I feel like on the outside, things are very, very nice for you right now. I think that your money's good, you're comfortable, right? You can say that, but I don't know that there's this inner joy that you're actually really, really wanting. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is clarifying that Queen of Pentacles. So Five of Pentacles is very much that energy of like feeling left out in the cold. It's very much that energy of just really not feeling connected to others, right? Because in the original deck, you've got like the two people who are basically poor and they're, you know, broke down. It's a card of poverty. It's a card of feeling left out. It's a card of yearning for something else, right? It's like, look at like this Queen of Pentacles, especially right now, like she looks like she's yearning for something else. Again, I think in a material sense, everything is working out for you guys. And I think over the holiday season, you may have connected with people, like there could have been friends, family in town that made you feel really, really good. But it's almost like now that that's gone and that moment has passed and you're back to looking at the reality of your situation, you're back to looking at the reality of your life, there's something lacking, right? And then at the bottom of the deck right now, you've got the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups energy is all about putting forth effort emotionally in something, right? This could be something that you've been working on for so long. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be whatever it is that you were very much emotionally tied to at one point, but really walking away emotionally from it, right? Because you're understanding that it just doesn't bring you joy the way it once did. And no matter how hard you've tried to work on it, you can't get that back, right? And I feel like that's a big thing for you guys. Again, I think on the surface, everything is fine. I think if people ask you how you're doing, you're able to kind of play it off and be like, yeah, everything's good. Oh, my husband, we're good. But I don't know. There's something there's empty that's lacking, okay? So Eight of Pentacles is a card of doing good work, right? Now pay close attention. This Eight of Pentacles, there's 8 pentacles here. 6 are up on the tree and 2 are being put up on the tree still, right? 6 pentacles is all about that balance, right? It's all about that calibration. And the Eight of Pentacles is it's Virgo energy. So some of you guys might be connecting with a Virgo at this time. This could be something that you're trying to work on or work towards. Either way, I will say, again, if your main concern for watching this video is like finances or career, that type of thing, I think you guys are doing great. I think you're doing fine. Duh. Capricorns, you guys always know how to get your bag. Fine. But there's almost like this internal work that you're trying to do and kind of trying to balance and figure out and kind of recalibrate so that you feel successful in that way. Because again, it feels like on the outside and in the material sense, you guys feel successful, but it feels like on an emotional front, it's a little confusing. Yes, King of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, Knight of Wands, King of Wands. If you guys are connecting to fire, or if you guys are already connected to fire, it feels like there's this balance between fire and earth right now. And that could just be you and the other person, but it feels like that, like, okay, so there's King of Wands and King of Pentacles. It really feels like so whether you're single or even if you're tied up in a relationship already, it feels like you're having this battle between King of Pentacles, King of Wands energy. You know, King of Pentacles is that energy of this person's very money connected. It's something that you can definitely recognize because it's about the longevity, the security. And again, this 8 of Pentacles is connected to Virgo energy. So it's almost like I'm feeling Virgo energy over here, right? And then you got this King of Wands, which is fun. And he's also very successful and he's very charming and he's all these things as well. But there's this sense of you wanting more. And I say that too because at the bottom of the deck, whenever we explored that Queen of Swords, the King of Wands is right underneath it. So if you guys are dealing with or heavily involved with the fire sign, there needs to be a conversation. like a real honest conversation. Because there's somewhere that you guys are getting lost in the shuffle where you're not feeling appreciated, you're not feeling connected, and you're a bit curious. This could be someone where you feel like, okay, so Five of Swords is that energy of kind of empty arguments. It's like you keep trying to say something, you keep trying to have the same conversation with someone, and for whatever reason, it's just not penetrating, it's not hitting home to either them or you. And this Knight of Wands is that energy about venturing out, exploring, trying something new. Knight of Wands always tries something new, and he always goes towards his passion, right? He's not going to stick with anything or anyone because of duty, right? There's something that you guys are working on. First and foremost, I feel like a lot of you guys are doing a lot of self-reflection and a lot of self-work, which I think is really, really good, especially if you're trying to connect yourself into any kind of relationship, right? But I do feel like there is this battle of energies between earth and fire that's, for some of you guys, it's driving you a bit crazy. And I say that as well because, okay, so next row, we've got the Four of Wands, back to that Four of Cups, and we've got the King of Cups. Could be a third person as well. Okay, but the Four of Wands is what's in your environment. This is Aries energy, right? This is that Aries energy. It's that Venus and Aries energy. So if you guys are dealing with fire, especially Aries, you might be having some issues here. And I say that too because later on down the road, you do have a Two of Wands, which is a Mars and Aries energy, right? So I feel like there's some type of conflict, especially if you've got Aries in your life. It could be any fire sign. It could be any sign, really. This is a general reading. Remember, take it as it resonates. But I'm feeling very strongly, like, again, where everything's looking good and they're celebrating, they're able to keep up appearances. I feel like inside, there's this emptiness with either you or them, and it could go either way. It could be both of you. And I say that too because that Four of Wands is right next to that Four of Cups, right? It's right next to the cup, the picture where the man is dismissing the cup that he's being offered, dismissing the next step. And fours are beautiful because they're foundations, but nothing ever moves there. Nothing ever moves there. So if this, especially if this is someone that's like your spouse, someone that you're married to, because it's Four of Wands. Yeah, Ten of Wands. Things are feeling heavy, feeling really, really heavy for a lot of different reasons. Some of you may feel like you're just doing everything. Some of you may feel just like you're just not emotionally connected. Some of you may just feel like it's like you've got so much stress on your back because you're trying to carry your burdens and do what you got to do, but you're also carrying theirs. Seven of Cups, which Seven of Cups pops up later in added messages, and we'll get into that. But this is a message to me. Whenever I get the Seven of Cups in a reading, it is Spirit telling me basically like you need to cut through the shit. You need to get very clear on what it is that you want, right? Because with these Seven Cups, you've got all these options here, but not all of them are the best options for you. Some are illusions, some are whatever, but it's a time to get very, very clear. I just feel like you guys have been holding back a lot and been holding on to a lot, almost to the point where resentment's going to set in pretty soon here if you don't move. But there's some type of duty. You feel responsible, and that's what's making you stay in this place that you really don't feel connected to. So going back to the question, what is the most courageous thing I've ever done? How did it make me feel? It's courageous to stick up for yourself. It's courageous to pull a plug when you need to. It's courageous to literally ride for yourself. And I feel like for some of you guys, that's what's the issue here. You're not riding for yourself the way that you guys will ride for your friends or the way you guys will ride for everybody else that you love. And I understand why. But is that really fair to you? Because there's this deep sense of unhappiness, to be quite honest. Okay, so Four of Cups. Strength card came out. Star card came out. The Lovers came out. Major, major, major. Leo, Aquarius, Gemini. Capricorn. Lovers is interesting because we know the Lovers was once called the choice card, right? This is about a lot of times picking, this could be between picking two lovers. Remember, I told you it feels like there's a big battle, especially between earth and fire. Could be any signs, but it feels like Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Boom. That's what it feels like the most to me. But the Lovers for me isn't about necessarily picking between, oh, do I like Mike or do I like Joe? We already know what we love. We already know what we feel most connected to. It's about taking that chance and going towards it, right? It's about, are you going to go towards the love, right? There's definitely some healing that needs to be done. This might be a good time for you guys. If you're not in therapy, or if you don't have a really good friend that you could talk to, or someone that you could trust that you can really speak to and speak openly with and be vulnerable with, right? Because that Aquarius card of Star talks about hope, healing, vulnerability, feeling both grounded and watery at the same time. If you don't have that person, this might be a great time to seek that, because I'm feeling like you guys are very much stuck between what's right, what's fair, what's all the things. Like there's a lot of big questions here. And when we get the Strength card, that's always implying that there's something that's happening in our lives that we need strength for. Ooh. Right? And it's about flexing that divine feminine strength more than that masculine strength. It's not that macho, loud strength. It's that going within strength. It's that nurturing strength and nurturing yourself. I feel like a lot of you guys have been ignoring certain signs for a long time in order to try to please other people, and just because you feel like you can take it. No. King of Cups, what I do love is I feel like going into February, you guys will feel like you're feeling a little bit more emotionally stable, emotionally intelligent. And again, King of Cups is very much, a lot of times he could be like a counselor, therapist. I would definitely suggest that if you guys are feeling lost. Having someone to talk to would do you a lot of good right now. Temperance, Sagittarius energy. It would do you a lot of good right now. Because there's something that you guys are thinking about a lot and have been thinking about a lot. A lot. Like it keeps you up at night. It keeps you bothered. It keeps you stuck in many ways. And I think this is something that's been going on for quite a while with this Temperance card. Again, last month we talked about with you guys, it was like some truth coming out, and we were talking about how I felt like a lot of you guys were going to have kind of like this aha and realization, and not necessarily move on what it is that you discovered about yourself and your life and what you wanted, but the realization was there. And now for a lot of you guys, now that it's there and not knowing what to do with it and feeling bad about feeling that way, that's something that you got to talk to someone about. That's something that's necessary to get out. Right? And as added messages, I pulled 3 more cards. We've got the 2 of Wands, the 7 of Cups again, and the Judgment card. Okay? Heavy. Like this is a lot. 2 of Wands, again, that's Mars and Aries. I want to say Mars and Aries. It's definitely Aries energy. This is about making a decision, right? Making a plan. This is like after having that spark of inspiration with the Ace of Wands, you are looking at the world around you and making a plan. And a lot of times it's about making a plan to do something different, right? We've got the 1 wand that's bolted into the ground. So we already know what that looks like. We already know where that goes. We've got the other that we're holding in our hand, and we've got the world around, and we're looking at what is and what could be, right? But with that, it's like you guys are clouding your vision. Not to say that opening yourself up to these opportunities is clouding your vision. Honestly, I think opening yourself up to these opportunities, when you guys are being honest with yourself, I think it makes you feel good. But then you start to have these other thoughts that come in that make you second guess and make you feel bad for the way that you feel, right? Princess of Pentacles. This is about a message coming in, right? This is about a possible new beginning. Pages always come around the cusp of new things. Something that is stable, something that is grounded, something that has a lot of room to grow. I think there's a lot of guilt in whatever it is that you guys are wanting to do. 5 of Cups, right? 5 of Cups is very much that energy of feeling guilty, feeling, being stuck on things in the past that didn't go right, and not realizing that you've got those 2 cups behind you if you just turn around and take a chance, right? A lot of you guys, this is about stepping out of a friendship, a relationship, a job, a whatever, and you're feeling bad about that. And I get all of that, but like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Judgment card. That is a rebirth. Whenever we get the judgment card, we know, and we can feel confident knowing and feel good knowing that our world is going to look real different in a minute. And it's always for the better, right? It's that rebirth. It's that good, you're destined to like basically level up in life. It's actually a really, really good thing. It's a second chance. So are you guys going to take the second chance or not? 5 of Wands. Whew. Ace of Swords. 5 of Wands is that competition. 5 of Wands is, it could be a lot of, there's a lot of energy going on, different people, different cooks in the kitchen. No one's on the same page, right? Yeah, a lot of you guys, it feels like there's disruption or there's like issues or confusion based around a fire sign person. And some of you guys might have an earth sign person in front of you that you are interested in. They're looking pretty good to you, and not just in a physical way. It's just their energy. I don't know. It's almost like your souls were destined to meet you. Now they did. Now you're like, oh shit, right? Communicate. Find your truth. Cut through it. I would focus on that this month. I would focus on how you're going to move forward in that this month, because if not, it just feels like 2020 is going to be another year of you living by default and you doing things the way other people think you should do it and you not being fully satisfied with your life, right? Now, you've got detox your friendships. Okay, so your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you are spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Again, it feels like there's a big tug of war going on inside of you in terms of like your circle, your relationships, your marriage, whatever it is. But this is something that you need to look into and unpack, because I can already see where this is starting to kind of cause that wear and tear on you guys. Now, after that, you've got religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by religious upbringing and spiritual path, which I'm not even feeling so much religious. It could be, but this could be upbringing. So like, let's say we've all got like, all of us either have a daddy or a mommy issue, most of us. This could be you, this could be your spouse, this could be, and these could be things that are starting to trickle into your relationship. So again, I think for you guys and even your partners, therapy, sitting down and talking with someone who's maybe been there, done that, someone who can offer good advice and, has your best interest at heart. I think this is a really good time for you to do that instead of bottling all this up inside of you, because honey, y'all are taking on a lot. Okay. And then you deserve love. You are lovable. So if you are starting to feel bad about the way that you're feeling and feeling like you don't deserve any of these things, that is not true. You do deserve it. Everyone does. And sometimes the decisions that we have to make in order to get there are hard. But put on your big girl panties and really start dissecting these things so you know how to move, because I would hate for you guys to spend 2020 confused and wrapped up in this situation and living a life, just by default. Okay. So I love you guys. If you were interested in a personal reading, definitely reach out to me. Wishing you all the best, Capricorn, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.